Alright, so I'm working on a 2002 Dodge Dakota. It's a four-wheel drive, 4.7 liter, and the four-wheel drive isn't working, which is a big problem because it's just frozen freaking tundra out here. I mean, it's just ice all over the roads everywhere you go. You gotta have four-wheel drive. So you look at the switch. I know you can't see it very well, but trust me, that's two-wheel drive. This is 4 high, and then this is 4 low. So you switch it to 4 high with the key in the on position. It'll blink for quite some time, and then it'll switch back to two-wheel drive. Just blink, 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 and ultimately it won't shift. It just goes right back to 2. And so we did all kinds of crap. I pulled the transfer case control module and inspected it. It's under the dash behind my finger here. Like where this vent is, it's underneath the vent in a little blue case. It's got 3 screws that come into the side here. Half the time it's that with this problem, the other half of the time it's the encoder motor, or in this case, encoder motor is the 4-wheel drive motor on the transfer case, for you if you didn't know. This one worked out to be a short. It was a wire short because we salt the roads. Oh, you hear all that snowfall? That's not cool. At least it didn't fall on me. But basically I looked at the wiring, and I have a power wire, but I don't have a good ground wire. The ground wire was grounded against the transfer case, and that made it work for a little while. But then ultimately what happened is it corroded through and broke to where there's no ground at all. This is the encoder motor, this little motor on the bottom of the transfer case. And this is the plug in question. One of these is, let's see, I think it's the one on this side should be powered, just 12 volts, and the other side should be ground. But I didn't have any ground. I kept probing it and probing it. This is the drive shaft, drive line. And then here's where the short is. And boy, it's hard running light and everything else. You can see this right here. This is the wire harness that went down in between. You see that Statue of Liberty color? It shouldn't be that way. It should be closed in a jacket. That's why it's flashing and blinking and the 4-wheel drive's not working. It's just that one dumb wire. And normally it doesn't, you don't see it up here, but I pulled on the wire harness. See, it would normally be like this down here. And I think maybe even where that abrasion took place was maybe even against the, you see that's where it lines up. I think it was rubbing on the drive line itself. So anyway, I gotta find a way to get this to pull through here, and then I'll patch that wire together, and that should take care of it. If you don't have power and ground in the encoder motor, it won't move, and you don't get any trouble codes. We hooked up the computer, the Genesis computer, to the truck, and everywhere in there's no codes. We'd change the light control, we'd change everything, and everything seemed to be working, but it just wouldn't power up. And normally when your encoder motor goes bad, you'll have a code, but not always. So it's just kind of a crazy thing like that. So anyway, hope that helps. It's a good little tidbit of information if you own a Dakota or work on them.